So if you've got a new business, because one of the problems is, what do I have to offer? What's the mindset? What do you need to be thinking about in terms of building those relationships for potential collaborations? How have you overcome that what have I got to offer self-doubt bit?
I think I'm still going through it a lot. But like the IG lives, seeing outcomes from that, I'm like, maybe I do have something to offer.
Yeah.
I think it's just like practice and, continually pushing yourself to try new things and see what happens. And then you see the results and you're like, oh, yeah, cool. Okay, I do have stuff to offer. It takes practice, I think.
I struggle with that. My coach actually gave me a really good bit of homework where she told me to write out a list of every single specific thing I could offer.
Yeah.
So like I can sit down really specific. I can sit down for an hour with somebody and help them map out their bonuses for a launch. I can sit down for an hour with somebody and help them plan a webinar topic. Like every single specific thing that you could offer somebody. So
yeah, and some things can be really out of the box as well. Like the community and the relationships that happen within the founders team is actually a value add. Our Facebook group, I would never think of that as a value for people to be able to post in there, but that's about, like, there's so many little things that add up to like a big piece of collaborations.
So how do you identify now the people that you want to build relationships with for collaborations?
For me, I'm really I'm trying to think about who do I want to get in front of more, and then how can I help that specific brand. So, for example, one that I've been not relentlessly, but I've been hounding them for a bit. They'll give in to me one day. It's Kajabi, right? So I'm an affiliate for them. I make them a fair bit of money, but for some reason they just don't ever reply to my collaboration requests. But for me, I'm like, okay, cool. They have an audience of people who have digital products. They've just brought out a podcast feature on their app. Great. That's exactly the people I want to reach, people with podcasts and people who want to sell digital products. Their branding's awesome. Their brand feels aligned with what I do. So that's how I know like they are worthwhile pursuing. Versus there's so many other, I could be trying to collaborate with Thinkific, Teachable. That just doesn't inspire me.
Yeah.
I think about our members and what they would get value from. So I think about what our members are using all the time, like my dream collaboration partner is Canva, because hello, every freaking founder uses Canva. Zero.
Design.
Not every member. Every member that's not a designer.
Not everyone has a designer in their team.
But Zero as well, we actually have one in the works at the moment, but it's a surprise, so I'm not going to tell you who it is, but they reached out to us as well because they're wanting to get in front of entrepreneurs. So I think about it from our members' point of view, like who would they want to get product from or get a free month of, or who do they use every day that would be really aligned and make sense for us.
Yeah. So Steph, you've had a big year. What's been the hardest bit of the last 18 months or 12 months for you?
The stuff between the ears.
Yeah. But that,
seriously though, like it really messes with your head when you're suddenly you go from having nothing to lose to having everything to lose. And you're like, this happened so quickly. If my business grew so quickly, it can disappear just as quickly. And that really started freaking me out. So like I spent March, April, May last year curled up on the couch, freaking out, too scared to do anything in my business in case I broke what was happening. And I was really lucky because as soon as I took my hands off, it just kept growing. And then it was really hard to get back into it because I was like, whatever I do next might just be the thing that breaks it.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, last year was a real big mindset year for me, and getting out of the self-talk about, oh, this is just luck. I think so much of what I was telling myself was, this was just luck. I couldn't replicate it. It's gonna run out eventually. I'm gonna go broke. My business is, my business isn't gonna keep growing at the rate that it's going. All of that kind of self-talk. And I mean, you were witness to it in a lot of our mastermind sessions, but it really helped, I think, working with a coach to get through a lot of that. I mean, it's still there and I think it will always be there, but that was the one thing that I never expected growth to be about. I always thought, and this is what I wish people told you when you start a business, like, yeah, you can have the best marketing strategies in the world, but if your mindset's messed up, your mindset's not in the right place, you're not going to be able to grow it to where you want it to be.
Yeah. And who inspires you from a mindset perspective? Who do you learn from?
I learn a lot from my coach at the moment. She's just very tough love. She's awesome. I've worked with her for nearly a year now. Costs me an arm and a leg, but it's worth every cent. She's great. And then I also follow people like Jim Fortin, James Wedmore. Tough love, a little bit woo-woo, but not completely out of touch with reality, like a nice level of out of touch where they're like, yeah, trust the universe, but also do the work.
What about you, Leanne? Who do you look to? What books or podcasts, or what do you draw that inspiration from a mindset perspective?
Controversial topic. I don't listen to podcasts.
Don't you? Not really. I listen to like comedy podcasts. I don't listen to business podcasts.
Except Steph.
Thank you. And Mike has a podcast too. Yeah,
I always feel bad because
lawyers, man.
Yeah. I feel bad because a lot of our members have podcasts. So I'll listen, like if they launch them, I'll listen to the first episode so I can cheer them on and be like, yeah, you did it! Sorry, I don't listen to podcasts. I read lots of books. But for mindset stuff, I don't know. It's been a challenge the last few months. Like I've never really struggled with mindset stuff before, but the last couple of months has been quite challenging. And to be honest, I feel a bit dicky saying this, but I wouldn't be able to do it without Jake. He's my rock.
Yeah.
I would say that if you're not here as well. But really,
But then she'd probably bag you.
I mean, I already bagged him. I'm balancing it out because I bagged him earlier. But seriously, we do it for each other. We calm each other down when shit's going wrong, or, it's really, really challenging to pair teams together of mastermind groups. It's really challenging, and it was really challenging, like the most challenging it's been in June. And I was ready to give up everything.
Yeah.
And I made him take a picture of me because I was like, this is going to be a pivotal moment. But I was just, I was not in a good place, and like he chills me out.